Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Long boys blues, 1975.
This is Badlands, the arcade machine. It was released by Atari in 1989. Think Super Sprint or Championship Sprint if it borrowed heavily from Mad Max. Now, it played pretty much exactly the same as those did. It came in a cabinet with 3 wheels on it, big fat analog wheels, and I liked it. I never really liked Super Sprint or Championship Sprint back in the day, but I like this not only because it borrowed heavily from Mad Max. If we get to the story screen, you will actually see a car sort of on a cliff overlooking a fenced off village. I'd say city's too big a descriptive term, much like Mad Max 2. And also the other thing I liked about it was you could get weapons, because you win money and then you upgrade your vehicle on this screen here. It was ported by Domark and Tengen, or ported by Tengen, but that was released by Domark to Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore, Amiga and Atari ST. I never played that version, so possibly I will play that version. That kind of got away from me. Got pretty decent, reviews on the 8-bit, 16-bit ports, and it was quite I loved arcade machine. I liked it. Anyhow, I've not played this. This is running on my modded Xbox, so I don't know how it controls, and I don't even know what the buttons are. I do like the Atari put some money in noise, because that's what it is. It's the Atari put some money in noise. Start. Waiting for the other player to join in. If they don't join in, obviously it defaults to CPU. Now, I do know what accelerate is. I'm the blue car. I'm at the top. Right, accelerate. Oh, I've got fire. I don't have to upgrade. And I've got fire. My experience is, unless you've got missiles, just leg it. So as you can see, it plays exactly the same as Super Sprint, but the stages, and this is right at the start, are just more interesting. Dystopian future. Later on there will be ramps and stuff. I guess you could say it's a cross between Super Sprint and Iron Man, whatever his pants was, off-roader. Or was that Midway, not Atari? I've got a gameplay, but obviously, Spanners, here are you, I won. I'd like to know who's standing on the road there waving the checkered flag. Balls of steel. Balls of steel. I do like the vehicle design as well. Look, it's after a nuclear war, by the way, 50 years after a nuclear war, yet they still went and got a cup. Must have got it from Poundland or something. Oh, hang on, missiles, turbo. I don't know what turbo is. Right, so yeah, the tracks will start to get really interesting. I always find this one a bit confusing as a kid in the arcades because, hey, look at that. And we've got helicopters 50 years after a nuclear war. We've got everything. It's pretty much like now, just a bit more grey than urban. Yeah, because it's a figure of 8. I mean, if you grew up with Scalextrics, you'll understand a figure of 8. I apparently, as a kid, didn't. What was that? Look at a little gas unit burning off. Well, we've got oil in the future. Yeah, burning off the gas from oil. Right, spanners. I don't mean stupid people. Oh, I missed it. I mean, they repair your damage because your stuff is like at the bottom representing your laps and things like that. I think you can you damage yourself? I've got 2 cups now. Shame there's no Home Depot or depot, as it should be called, for me to get a nice cabinet to put all said cups in. Right, okay, it starts to get interested. It's giving me arrows. Oh look, spikes. I'm glad it's giving me arrows. Oh look, I died. What did I die on? Because I would have no idea where I'm going. And immediately we've realised that just 2 screens, I went the wrong way. And I'm in trouble. It doesn't play too badly, obviously. It would, be improved by an analog steering wheel. I do like the track design. It's a shame you're not going to see any more. I guess it's a question and in the arcades, because you may have arrows and stuff. Memorize drag. Oi! And also, possibly don't just keep your finger on the petrol. I can't do it. Oh! I've got a lock on. Right. Does that mean I don't continue? I came third. Does that count for something? It does in modern society where everyone's a winner. Participation award, otherwise known as being called a pussy. Let's start to continue. Put some money in. Atari money noise. Alright, so I'm back to the start, am I? Okay, well you've seen the limit of my skills. I like it. It's purely a nostalgia thing. We will give the Spectrum version, maybe I'll give the Commodore version a go as well. Maybe I'll get a white stick. Someone gets that quote, I'll stop saying it. Seriously. But yeah, just have nostalgia for it. Preferred it to Super Sprint because you can shoot shit and blow shit up. And ultimately, shooting shit and blowing shit up makes games like this a lot more tolerable. Right, I do have gameplays of, no, they are gameplays of Super Sprint on the Spectrum. All I know is that amazing arcade in Westwood had all 3 cabinets. It had Super Sprints, Championship Sprints, this, 4 cabinets in Super Off-Road. Was it Super Off-Road? It was Iron Man, whatever his pants, on the SNES and Mega Drive. I have a comparison video. But were there any more? Was that it? Were there any 4 games? That's where you're not having an analog wheel lets you down. Curious, actually. And did any other arcade manufacturers kind of rip off this idea? Copy this idea? It wasn't really ripping off back then, was it? It was the arcades. Everything was free to go when it came to copying. I mean, look at all the sprite scalers. If you weren't allowed to copy, then there would have been what? Outrun and that's it. Well, hang on. And that's it. And there's oil. I skidded in oil. Probably stop and pick it up if it's the future and we've run out of all this stuff. No! The white flag! And he fucked it up! You can over-rotate so easily because it just... Xbox pad is not really made for this level of turning. But then to be honest, I sucked at it in the arcades as a kid as well. Anyway, Badlands, running on MAME, running on my modded Xbox. My favourite of all these top-down track racing Scalextrics type games. Raising my voice because I don't know if that's what it is. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this in the arcades or if you played any of the home ports. Was there an NES port? I don't think there was. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. See, I told you they stole it from Mad Max.